Hey guys, back, another video, and the topic of today is based on something that I have already talked about. If I can find out how, I'll put a link either in the description below or one of those little eyes that pop up in the corner. Anyway, this is gonna be a little continuation, I guess, of my opinion on the Kim Possible live-action movie. Now, I did want to do this video with my sister because she has a lot to say about this movie. But since she doesn't want to do it, and I'm not going to force her like I did at the mall, I'm just going to do it myself. As you can see, where to start? A lot of people were complaining about the actress not looking like Kim Possible, where I said with makeup she does. But with only 15 seconds of a trailer, I did not exactly have a lot to go really to think. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a lot to think of what... I didn't have information. I didn't know what to think about the actress, the characters. I didn't know. Now, there's a lot of stuff to go on. In fact, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to pull it up right here. This is a cover. Well, I don't know actually how to explain this other than this is a shot-for-shot version, live-action version of the classic Kim Possible theme song. No, there is a version where it is this actress singing. Jesus, almost dropped the camera. But this version is just the actual theme song to the live-action movie, and I'll give my opinion on it after I show you this. Ready? Again, don't have the kind of technology to actually show it like a normal guy would. Personally, I think that freaking thing is awesome! I'll always say this, I want to see this movie, and for the love of God, as long as I can think, when it comes to like Disney live action movies, with so many fans, it's either you hate it or you love it. There's never been such a split ground as there is with this Kim Possible movie. I'm positive there has been in the past, but for me, I can't think of any other movie that has brought fans to such a standstill than this Kim Possible movie. I've heard the other version of this theme song sung by the actress, their own version, and again, it's pretty awesome. Personally, I knew it. I knew with the makeup, I knew with the stage makeup and all that kind of stuff, I knew these actors would look like the characters. Ron looks awesome. The scream, it might need some work, but for now, could have used some more work, but I ain't gonna hang a guy's neck over a frickin' cartoonish scream that can't be duplicated. The scream is actually pretty good. I've seen the little trailer with Rufus, and little tip actually, if you didn't see the little Rufus trailer, the actual voice actor for Rufus from the actual cartoon is voicing the CGI Rufus from the movie. That's pretty awesome to me, since I've seen every episode of Kim Possible. But something I remember my sister told me is the way they should have done this movie is they should have waited, I think she said only a few, I'm not going to say what number, a few years after the show had been canceled, then start promoting this movie at the height of when it was the height of after a cancellation where it's still popular enough to talk about it, if you know what that means. Like, it's been canceled, but it's still fresh enough in people's minds And I get the fact that that's actually what they were going for this movie, since it's actually it looks like it's based in the early 2000s with that cul-de-sac. But again, I will say this. That movie looks awesome to me. Sorry if my eyes looked glazed over there for a second. I think I got lost in my own thoughts. But I always say this. This movie looks such a freaking awesome movie to watch. If you are a Disney fan of a longtime fan of Disney, and you loved Kim Possible as a kid, I still, even if you don't like it, I still say you should at least check it out. This isn't a branded deal. I'm not getting sponsored to say this shit. I always will think the good side of stuff for some things. And stuff like Disney, I always believe that they can hit a gold mine with a lot of stuff. The number one thing I'm nervous... There's a few things I'm worried about with Disney coming out. And that's Toy Story 4. All of these I'll make a video on sometime. Toy Story 4. The live-action Aladdin I'm nervous about seeing. And the Lion King live-action movie. I'm nervous to God about seeing those 3 movies, and I'll explain each of them why in their own little separate video. Anyway, back to the main topic of Kim Possible. As I said, the scenery's kind of looking like early 2000s. The latest I would say is 2003 vibes, maybe 2005. That's just me. The effects, yeah, cheesy, but what you'd expect from a Disney movie based on an early 2000s cartoon series. Another problem, a little problem I have, and I'm not going to hold this against them, is the guy playing Wade. Nothing against the guy, I'm positive he was doing the best he could, but as we all know, Wade was a chunky, heavy-set kid. This kid looks pretty skinny, actually. Not insulting, and just bring up a little fact they could have casted Wade just a little bit better. The main problem, and I know I just said I had to focus on nice stuff, but this is a problem I could not forgive. The fact that Shigo and Draken's the actors are good. I'll say that. With what I've seen, the actors are playing them look good. But my freaking problem is Shigo's costume. All black with just a hint of green. That's not the freaking costume. The costume is a decent balance of both green and black. The problem is it's basically like this. All of the costume, all the body work, I don't know why I just zoomed it. I don't know, screw that. Everything below is black, but her left shoulder, for me at least, that's left, is green. That's not how it works. It's supposed to be balanced. Off Shigo. Dr. Draken, he's turning blue, it looks like. He's not fully blue. That's what I'm saying. He's not blue. I'm not gonna hold it. Maybe it's like setting up for like stuff after the movie, and maybe they have plans for a sequel if this does well. If this did well, I don't know. But yeah, that's the 2 main problems: Draken and Shigo's costumes and looks. Yeah, that's it for the care. I remember my sister said the main problem with this movie is not the actors and characters. No, she said they are doing fine. They look great. My sister said the problem was with Disney, that they wrote the script just so clunky, so weird. Part of me can see that. If I can, I'll get a bonus Kim Possible video, hopefully with my sister. But part of me can see where she's coming from. Usually a problem with a weird movie is that the script is so weird. If any of that makes sense to you guys out there, please let me know, because it makes sense to me that sometimes a movie can fail sometimes if the script is too stupid. Like, personally, I loved Batman vs. Superman. One of my favorite movies of superheroes. But I can definitely see where people hated the hell out of it. Since it's being 3 hours, I can tell people hate it. This is what I think, this is my opinion of what they should have done. 1 hour of build-up, half hour of suit up, getting ready to fight the hell out of each other. 15 minutes of side development with Lex. And the rest of the time is just them fighting. That's just me. That's what the people, I believe, came to see. Batman getting the hell kicked out of him by Let me try that again. Batman beating the hell out of Superman. Because personally, I prefer Batman all the way. I got no problem with Superman, except the Injustice 2 version of Superman. He's a dick. Anyway, back to Kim. Sorry. I can't exactly think of anything else wrong with this movie since, again, I haven't seen it, so I can't exactly give a full review. If you wonder why I keep moving, it's because I can't exactly look at this thing and just sit down, so I have to move, like in front of a mirror, since that's what I've been doing. I've just been in front of a mirror, seeing my reflection to make sure, I'm in the freaking frame. Because even when I do this, I'm not sure if I'm doing this to where it's only getting my head, or like this if it's too low. So I look at a mirror to make sure I'm in the frame and if I'm doing what I need to do right. So, yeah. Also, I've got a lot of good response on this little YouTuber look I got going on with the Lucky Flannel. I know that's Mark's thing, but hey, I can have a Lucky Flannel too, Jax. And this little, I got my AC/DC cap. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Again, if I can, I'll get my sister to do another Kim Possible video with me, because she has a lot more defined opinions on this thing than I do. Got nothing else to say, so I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.